Got me, you stupid roach.
Jeez. Okay, for some reason the kid ignored you. That was a blessing in disguise. You're still moving. Thank you. You're already freaking me the hell out.
Alright, let's see what the damage is. 14, and we've got 53 more shots.
Okay, good. We're good.
We're good, but I still
It's almost like we played survival horror before.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went into the Minnesota accent, but I did.
Sounds more Canadian, though.
It's kind of more Canadian. My Canadian sounds like my Minnesotan. But it's okay, because Minnesotans don't understand the difference. And that's how I can get jobs there.
Yeah, well, it's almost like they're a state on the border with Canada or something.
I know. Funny coincidence, eh? This is the silly that you now get to experience now that we're doing a Let's Play together, as I just go off on weird tangents. I'm going to recommend that you don't answer the phone. Could be a salesman.
Daddy, help me. Daddy, where are you?
Cheryl!
Yeah, and one thing I just noticed, kind of with that, if this was in Resident Evil, they would have had all of that line of dialogue voiced, but they only had only the times where Harry was actually speaking voiced, and then the text was...
Which, technically, I mean, if you look at it from an atmospheric point of view, you need that sense of panic. So you didn't need the rest happening. You could easily just put that in text.
Yeah, and it's just, it's kind of just an interesting... Just a little interesting thing there, because most other games would kind of think little of their audience and think, oh, well, we gotta voice every line of dialogue.
Yeah.
But...
And again, we're talking about a very, very, very scrimpy budget. Like, there's just not enough to be able to work with. I know a lot of people are giving me crap over my gripe with Octopath Traveler and the fact that it's not completely voiced. There's a difference here. I know that Octopath had a bigger budget than this. I actually did look up the numbers, and it does make sense that with as small a budget as Konami actually gave Silent Hill, yeah, I'm surprised they got voice actors at all. Instead, they probably should have gone with like the Hellblade route of hiring employees to do the job. There we go. Now the reaction time is starting to get back on in form. Come on!
I was aiming at something off screen, apparently.
I know! He's dumb. Okay. Because it looked like he was lined up to it.
Oh, there you are.
That's what you were aiming at. All we were doing was going to class. Well, here's a lesson for you. Don't scare me. Also, don't piss me off. That's also very helpful.
Yeah, somewhere, someone's gonna make that that's gonna work its way into an actual movie somehow. Just not sure which actor will say it.
What, don't piss me off?
Yeah. I mean, I know that that's not a line in Kindergarten Cop, but that sounds like something you would hear in Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, yeah, that's totally an Arnold line.
Yeah. Which, oddly enough, the people at Silent Hill based a lot of the schools they've made for Silent Hill on the school from Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, that's hilarious to me, especially when you consider, like, Arnold obviously isn't a good example of this, but apparently a lot of the production team on Kindergarten Cop went eventually into gaming, when gaming went more Hollywood, so to speak. And then obviously, I don't need to point this out to everybody, the police chief in Kindergarten Cop is the narrator in God of War, or at least the first couple of God of War games.
Okay, so we are on the 3rd floor, and the roof. I thought it was the 3rd floor, but...
And it's raining inside a building? No.
No, we're outside.
We're, okay,
it's
we're
just
on the roof.
really, really dark. I thought we were inside, but no, we're outside.
Yeah.
We're on the roof.
It's almost like we're painting an atmosphere or something.
And there's Bud.
Uh-huh. But no music.
But
Oh,
there's a
look at that.
puzzle item. Or something.
There's drainage valve, nothing unusual. Okay, so we can't use it.
But it's probably going to be important later.
Yeah. Not sure how yet. Because I don't think there's actually water to be able to drain anywhere.
Yeah.
We are in a hell dimension, so it could be we drain blood from somewhere.
Yeah, or just really dirty water.
Yeah, I could get that. Oh, camera changed. That's not the way that looked.
Alright, so now we're back on the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
So, down the stairs, I think.
Back down to the first floor. Okie dokie.
Okay, so now I know where I am. So, it's one of those things where it's easy to miss the part that actually gets you on the floor.
Okay.
Because it's so dark and scary. Okay, so here we've got... Okay, so let's see if this door is unlocked.
Oh, by the way, if people want to give us crap in the comments, like, you guys aren't showing your support for Alex and watching the Oscars. Guys, Alex isn't watching the Oscars. I can already tell you he isn't watching the Oscars. He's made it very clear he's not watching the Oscars tonight. He's pissed, just like us, pretty much.
Yep.
I should probably just address that right here and now.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like, what's the point with watching the Oscars at this point? I mean,
Yeah.
And I literally had this discussion because we went to the old spaghetti factory because it was a birthday meal thing, and I was explaining to my dad kind of like why the Oscars haven't really been relevant, and I just asked him this simple question: how many people quote and remember moments from Annie Hall? 0. He didn't even remember what Annie Hall was. But how many people remember moments from the original Star Wars and can quote it verbatim?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's all you need to know, because both films were in the running for Best Picture. Annie Hall won Best Picture that year, but nobody remembers Annie Hall.
No, because Star Wars was considered a popular film and ergo did not win. That's again, I've mentioned it on the podcast. I'll mention it here. Like, that's one of my biggest beefs with the Oscars themselves, and also the picking of it, is that
Get away from you.
I get it. Like, they want to be able to showcase more artsy movies, the ones that are supposed to be true art, but, well, then they criticize the popular movies for just being a cash grab, for you're only doing it for the money.
Yeah.
You're only doing it to pay off your house. It's like, well, but you got paid for the artsy one, too. So...
Yeah, and I mean, I can understand partially where it comes from in cases of... I mean, it's very much the case where the Academy wants it both ways, where they want to celebrate the artsy stuff, but they also want to appease the studio bigwigs. If they were truly about the artsy stuff, then they wouldn't... Like, Disney wouldn't be getting the animation awards. They would have separate categories, ones for the big studios, ones for the independents, like Alex proposed.
Yeah.
But the Academy wants it both ways, where they want to basically stroke the egos of everyone in Hollywood, but they also want people to watch the telecast.
Yeah. And at this point, like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, and some people might get mad at me for saying it, but I kind of hope that the Oscars does really poorly this year, so they have to reconsider whether or not to do the Academy Awards, or
just move
at
it to
least
PBS.
Move it over to PBS, or reconsider like how much time it actually gets. Okay, is that you stepping?
Well, no.
No.
I don't like where this is
No.
going.
Okay.
Mr. Whiskers? Is that you? Was that you?
Okay. It's got me now. That was okay. Shit. The hell's that?
I don't want to know. But I think I've gotta. Oh, we found a key.
Yay. It's gonna get back up, isn't it?
You okay, buddy? Need some water?
Body is slumped over.
Need a Coke or something? Okay.
You need a Tylenol? You know, you hit your head pretty hard on the ground.
I mean, maybe some Tylenol, ibuprofen. I mean, your joints must be hurting from, being cramped.
Big Biff the bully left me in there 20 years ago.
It's like, I've been subsisting on the perspiration from the showers.
Oh, great. Door's locked.
And before people comment, yes, I know I used the wrong words. That's the joke.
Yes.
Showers
In
don't
fact.
perspire. Well, maybe in Silent Hill.
Probably. Well, I mean, Hell Dimension definitely runs on different physics.
Yeah, and I mean, if you buy into the theory that it's a living entity, well...
I love the fact when people bring that up as a living entity, the first thing that comes to my mind is, so we're basically living in some dude's stomach. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, either the stomach, pancreas...
Something.
Maybe it's the appendix. This is the way that nature is getting revenge for all the appendectomies that the world has performed.
Yeah, could be. Which means MASH basically screwed us for 11 seasons.
Yeah.
Appendectomies happened a lot on that show.
Yeah. Easy to write, easy to explain.
Not life-threatening.
But enough to write a character out of the show if needed.
Mm-hmm. And also darken characters. Because then you would have those moments where somebody would be really nasty and they would rig an appendectomy to get them out of there.
Yeah.
Like there's been, in fact, yeah, it was Leslie Nielsen's character was written off that way.
I forgot he was actually in that show.
Oh yeah, he was in like the first season.
Oh, okay,
He was, like,
that's
really young.
Yeah, really young, really early on then. Cause
Yeah, but I remember because like almost all of the appendectomy ones that are meant that way, like they always rub Hawkeye the wrong way.
Yeah, I think the only exception was when they had to write out Trapper John, though, where that one was more a case of, hey, Trapper gets to go home because of this, and that one wasn't as negative. Like, I'm not sure what the specific reason was that the actor had to leave the show, but at least there they gave Trapper more of a send-off, but...
You're talking about season 4.
Yeah.
What they did was they were actually going to be starting up a whole new sitcom with him called Trapper John MD. And it was just going to be like, he was going to be, I don't even think it was based like post-MASH. It was just going to be like a medical show.
Yeah, actually there is the show Trapper John MD, but it's not actually related to the MASH TV show, because that was actually the subject of a lawsuit that was leveled by, that was filed by 20th Century Fox.
But that was the premise. It's like he was going to go off and get his own show.
Yeah.
And then it fell through.
Yeah, it fell through, and then there was Trapper John MD, which is a spinoff of the novel, which is what the ruling ultimately settled on, because Fox actually sued the people making Trapper John MD because, like, hey, you're literally ripping us off and causing brand confusion. But then the people making the show...
The way I understand it is Wayne Rogers, the guy who played Trapper John, he didn't want to go back to MASH. It was either get this ship or do something else. And so he just said, no, I'm not going back to MASH. And by that point, they'd already filled his spot with Mike Farrell.
Yep.
So it was probably ultimately for the better, because in the long run, people liked Mike Farrell better than Wayne Rogers.
Yeah, more people remember Honeycutt.
Yep. Wow, we know lots about TV and movie trivia. Have you guys realized that by now?
Yeah, because I know that there were other spin-offs they tried, because there was this spin-off after MASH, which had Colonel Potter, Klinger, and Father Mulcahy, because they were the ones who wanted to continue the show. What the hell is that?
I didn't even... Oh, okay, Roach. Lots of roaches.
You're not so rad. I ain't your papa, Roach.
I got what you did there. Would you dare say that you're not listening? Not anymore.
Well, I did tear their life into pieces.
You did, in fact.
Because it was my last resort.
You know, it's sometimes really fun just to get all punny in a Let's Play. Just for the hell of it.
Especially when you're basically,
Yeah, we
scared.
gotta like the spirits here, man. I'm like, after the basically stained red locker and the body falling out, I need some levity right now. Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Okay, so I think the arrows that we see mark areas that we've explored, so we haven't explored the men's room. So let's see if there's anything in there.
Because there's always ammo in the toilet. Borderlands taught me that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blood. Somebody had a shaving accident. Oh, jeez. The hell? Ah!
Well, someone had a bad day.
You know,
But-
part of me is expecting it to get up.
Well, all I can say is, I got a shotgun.
I'm okay with this. Because I have a feeling this guy's gonna wake up. Hanging body. Why would somebody... Why are you still asking questions, Harry?
Leonard Rhine, the monster lurks.
Monster Lurks, what's that supposed to mean?
That's gonna be important, I assume.
Leonard Rhine.
Hope this isn't one of those anagram sort of things, because I'm bad at anagrams.
Yeah, I can't even think of what it would be.
Well, we know we have a key.
I would need more info before I could figure that out.
Well, given that the key is to the library, where I'm assuming that Leonard Rhine is probably an author, whether they're a real author or not. Okay, so we've got...
And for the record, people might get the wrong idea later on when I actually do kind of spoil a puzzle. I'm not looking into it. I'm going through this as blind as I possibly can.
It's very much a last resort if we have no idea.
And I'm glad we did, too. That puzzle was complicated.
Yeah, like, it wasn't like Sierra logic, but that was like a case of, okay, you clearly wanted the player to suffer.
Yes. Yes, you did. Like, I could literally see my younger self just hating this game because I couldn't figure out that damn puzzle.
Yeah.
I'd probably then go ask my friend, it's like, you solved this puzzle, right? Give me the answer. Oh, yeah, we have a key to the library, don't we? So, oh, that does not look like a library.
Well, we're in the lobby, and this doesn't really look like a lobby.
Oh,
either.
I thought I read library.
I mean, yeah.
This is not a lobby either.
I mean, didn't your high school have a torture rack just hanging over a random pit? Is that not standard?
I mean, maybe in the weight room. I don't know. Some of those devices look like torture racks. Jeez.
Okay.
Every twist and turn we take is just, it twists it even further. We are officially almost out of bullets.
Probably should have been more careful, but at least we still got the shotgun.
Oh, knowing our luck, we'll probably come across some more pretty soon. Ampule.
Alright, so we did pick up some items. So we've got a health drink, which
That's
I'm
helpful.
gonna drink. And the ampoule, recover stamina to high. Effects last for a while, so probably need that.
Is it a temporary thing?
I guess,
If it increases your stamina, is it temporary?
yeah, like it says, like, effect lasts for a while, so I guess it's kind of like the soup in Wind Waker.
Maybe. Well, nothing to do in the lobby. We still have that library reserve key.
Yep,
But-
so we may have to continue
I'm just not sure.
eastward.
I don't remember seeing the library on the second floor either.
Well, we'll go up the other set of stairs. That's likely the best clue we've got,
Yeah.
if we
Other
can.
way, I think. It's locked.
Which means we'll have to somehow get in on the other side.
Yeah.
Which means we'll have to go up the stairs and find a way across. Let's see.
Which is going to be concerning because I think the upstairs area is where we have the pounding music.
Yeah, and the bloody box.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, health drink.
Ooh, yeah, let's grab that.
You know, for a nightmarish hellscape, they seem to be very health conscious here.
They are. They are. In fact, I'm very glad that by the time we started up this game, they had made their trip to Whole Foods just to grab all these health drinks for us.
When you consider that this is made by Konami, it actually isn't that surprising, considering that they do own a line of gyms.
Yeah, but then I also have to ask the question of, like, why are they being so nice to us, considering that they own healthcare companies in Japan and employee that complains about them, well, they don't get health care.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they have ties to the Yakuza.
We've made that joke, and I love it when listeners just kind of go out and go, if you don't admit that they have ties to the Yakuza, you die that way.